Let's condense these logs into a single logarithm. In this first example, notice that we have two negatives back to back. Whenever that occurs, it's going to be helpful to factor out the negative. So that is 2 log base 4 of x plus 1/2 log base 4y minus, here we're going to add some parentheses so that we can factor out the two negatives. Notice that if we worked backwards and distributed that negative sign, then both of the logs would be negative as they were in this case. We want to do that so that we can eventually turn this into a quotient. Remember, when we're dealing with a difference of logs, the argument becomes a quotient. Now we'll go through and take care of any exponents that we see. Here we have a 2 out front. That's going to become an exponent on the x. We have log base 4 of x squared. Here we have a 1/2 out front. We can bring that up to the y, make that y to the 1/2 power, or simply the square root of y. Minus this first log doesn't have an exponent other than 1, but this log has a 3 out front, which we can put on the p. So we have log base 4 of p cubed. Up next, we have a sum of logs here. We can turn that into a product. Here we have a sum, which we can also turn into a product. We have log base 4 of x squared square root y minus log base 4 of z p cubed. Again, the sum becomes a product when we condense it. And now we have a difference of logs. To condense this, we will make those arguments a quotient. Log base 4 of x squared square root y divided by z p cubed. And now we have a single logarithm. In this example, we'll take care of exponents first. It looks like the 1/2 is the only exponent that we'll have. Natural log of x plus 1 plus natural log of x minus natural log of y to the 1/2 power, or we can write that as the square root of y. Next, we have a sum of logs. When we condense a sum, it becomes a product. So that's the natural log of x plus 1 times x minus ln square root y. Now we have subtraction. When you have a difference of logs and we want to condense it, that will become a quotient in the argument. So that is ln of x plus 1 times x divided by the square root of y. And that's one big argument on the natural log. If we wanted to simplify a little more, we could clean up the numerator a little bit, distribute that x, we get x squared plus x all over square root of y. And now we've fully condensed into a single logarithm.